Battlefield of Eternity, our first map in this Heroes of the Storm best of 3, the Rive tournament, everybody, continues. 2,000 euros on the line. We are still in the winner bracket here. We got Chili Mountain now going up against Team RageQuit. It's the round of 8 between the two teams. Now, again, before we start into this, from the get-go, Chili Mountain is the favorite. No doubt. We haven't seen them since they played in the second qualifier of the Masters Clash. That's the tournament where they won the entire thing and qualified for the Masters Clash. They didn't have any reason to participate in the qualifiers after that. This is the first time since then that we actually have them on screen here. And now in Battlefield of Eternity, they gotta deal with Team RageQuit. And Team RageQuit, again, they're a little bit one of the up-and-coming teams, I want to say. It's not really a team that is just insanely strong right now, but they have a lot of potential and they're getting better and better. I would say when you're talking about the ranking in the European scene, maybe coming in at rank 6, 7, something along those lines. They're definitely a top 8 team right now. But I would lie if I wouldn't acknowledge that there is quite the gap between the top 4 teams and the rest of the standings. So they might be able to push in there eventually, but we'll see how exactly that's going to work out for them. Either way, standard bans for now. Uther gets banned. We got a ban on Chromie. We had actually in the other quarterfinal, the first series where Medivh was not banned. I would assume that Team RageQuit, if they don't pick Medivh, are banning him out, because we got a couple of Medivh players on the side of Chili Mountain, so it's not really something you want to give them. Cassia gets banned instead, and now the moment of truth. I mean, there's a lot of heroes that we see people get rid of these days. There's still a problem with Stukov, of course, as well, but Medivh can be a bit of a beast over here, and there are multiple Medivh players, so we'll see. They're hesitating. They're not banning him. They ban Stukov instead. They don't want to deal with a Nubarak or Varian Stukov combo. Fair, but still. Okay. It's a little bit of a slow draft, but Backholt locks in his Sonya as the first pick. Okay. And let's see what we're going to get from RageQuit Gaming. Because again, they are actually, they're pretty solid. They have some really nice setups. We've seen them in multiple games now, and they are one of the teams to watch. But the question is also, how motivated are they really to, you know, just like practice more, scrim a little bit more, and get into position there. Here's the Varian pick. So interesting that they are the ones banning Stukov out, because that would have worked extremely well with their combo. But I guess they expected the Stukov first pick if he's available. They get Li Ming on top of that too, so that's already the burst damage that you want to chip in. As there's the Medivh pick, and honestly, that is not a surprise. That was obvious. Captain Obvious wants his pick back, he just called. Diablo and Medivh, ley line into Apocalypse. And yep, that is also a huge tool against Varian. Big tool against him. Get that shield out whenever the taunt comes through and try to dodge the combo. They are the ones banning Tychus? Really? I mean, if anyone bans Tychus, I would have said that Chili Mountain would have been a bit worried about that because of the Diablo pick. But what are they going to try and pick? Also, Tychus is another hero that works quite well with Varian, because you can use the bigger they are, burn the target down, and then Li Ming comes in with the finishing touches and takes it apart. So some of the bans are a little bit like, huh? But obviously these guys have a plan, so I want to see what they want to do for support. Do we, for example, get a Brightwing so that you can follow up with a Polymorph after Varian gets the taunt in? Or what are they going to do now? Yeah? Come on, boys. Time to show your hand.
Nope.
What? Artanis and Karazim? Okay, I don't know what's going on here. To be fair, trying to make a stand for it. Maybe 7-sided strike after Varian taunt and Artanis Purifier Beam because the target can't run away. In an ideal world, Purifier Beam before taunt so you get the full duration through. Is the only thing I can come up with here. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say that's what they're trying to do, that this is a bit of a weirder killer comp, and in their mind, Artanis can also do some damage against the Immortal. They got an Abathur together with it too. Alright, it's a wild ride. It is a wild ride for our first game. But again, that might be the play. Abathur together with that. Alright, Abathur, Karazim, Tannis. If they get kills, maybe, just maybe, On the other side, we got Lucio, so we'll see. Game number 1, Chili Mountain against Team RageQuit. Alright, this is gonna be different and interesting. On the left side, Chili Mountain here in Battlefield of Eternity with Banana H on Lucio. We got Bakul on Sonya, Azurite on Hanzo, Make on Medivh, and Gia on Diablo. On the right side of the map, Team RageQuit, they went deep. That is taking outside the box thinking a little bit too far. Shizakid on Varian, Limu on Liming, we got Skynet on Abathar, Warwick on Artanis, and Donazovsky is playing Karazim. Alright, so again, to give them the benefit of the doubt, I guess the theory here is you get a taunt through, you drop the Purifier Beam. Normally the counter to the Purifier Beam would be just walking away from it, which makes it in most cases pretty useless. But of course, if you can taunt someone into it, that's a different story. On top of that, you got also protecting the fountain and protecting Abathar. And on top of that, you got also the Abathar combined with Karazim, who could drop the 7-sided strike. The problem that I have with a lot of this is you still go up against the Medivh. You didn't ban Medivh. So you are in a lineup right now where a ley line is going to be played against you, and Medivh can also chip the shield in. So I think they really got to play around those cooldowns on Medivh, or they're going to have a huge problem here. And if anybody is watching this that normally checks out some of the casts that I drop on my channel, then they know what my opinion on Artanis is. And so far, I have not in years seen a single piece of evidence to change that opinion. Artanis is shit. Another word for it is he is garbage. You could say he's total trash. Useless is a word that comes to mind when you talk about Artanis. Now, does that mean that the hero isn't fun? Does it mean you can't play that hero when you're playing Quick Match or Storm League and you're just out to have a good time and you like to play a hero? No, of course you can play him. But if in a tournament and your goal is to win, then that hero is bad simply because pretty much everybody else that you can play on the side lane is better. Now, again, I explained what I think the reason for his pick is, but we'll see if that really works out for them. And yes, by the way, that's even true if you're getting some god swaps through, and it's even true when you're playing on Battlefield of Eternity. His level 1 is a noob trap. That's what we call a noob trap in the game. Pretty much to the Creed of the Hunter on level 4. But again, maybe that is such a surprise to the blue team that they're being caught off guard here, and maybe that variation with Varian and his taunt and everything else that they're chipping into this one trick that they're trying to execute here is going to work out for them. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt here. I don't really believe, but time will tell. So the one thing that I gotta say is that it feels like their entire draft is a little bit one-dimensional on that too. But they are a team that experiments a little bit, so let's see what they can pull off. I mean, if nothing else, it's going to be a learning experience. So let's have a bit of a look there. I mean, either way, on the other side, we now got also the first few stacks coming together for Medivh. The first objective is, of course, coming up. Now with Needle Spine, you can see that they're chipping in even more damage. So they really just want kills. And for good reasons. We got the Air Ally over here. Traditional setup, of course, for Karazim. Again, whenever you see a Karazim, he will always go for the Iron Fists. I think we had one Transcendence Karazim in the last year or so, who also lost the game then. So even if he's the only support, it's always the Iron Fists in here. But okay, so Artanis is trying to do a little bit of work here, coming in with the Sire Blades and trying to do his thing. So let's see what else we're gonna do. We have already a little bit of attack. There's the taunt, but the shield is in immediately, and that's the problem. That's exactly the problem. I'm stunned, honestly, that they didn't ban Medivh out. I really don't know if it just slipped their mind, if they didn't think about him. Because honestly, it can happen. Medivh has been banned so reliably in so many games that sometimes when he doesn't get banned right away, I miss it completely. And I'm just like, wait, what, Medivh? Oh my god, he was still up. Because you're so used to not seeing him in the European scene, since he's pretty much banned in nearly every game. But either way, for now, both of the teams are trying to fight. Yeah, Make, careful. Yeah, you gotta be careful, my friend. If you die and the stacks are lost, that's a problem. We got a lot of the toxic nests over here too. I like how Abathar is currently controlling this. And they are doing some solid work, both of the teams now, on the Immortal. And as it happens, Team RageQuit is actually taking the lead on the halftime show. Good for them. They got the Iron Fists in, they got Artanis on the job, and they got the rest of the team dishing it out too. I feel like the big problem for them is really going to happen after level 10. Before that, I can see them making some strides, but I don't think that the level 10 combos that they're trying to execute here are going to be very successful. I still suppose they're going to get a couple of kills at least. But right now, it seems like the blue team is even winning Immortal number 1. Yeah, they're committing to this. They're even willing to sacrifice Diablo, as you can tell, and they're taking this one down. So they win the first one, and they get the kill against Karazim too. Calamity is now in, and Artanis successfully swaps himself into 5 heroes and commits Sushi. Yeah, this is going to be a follow-up against Varian, so we got 3 kills against 0, and the push through the top lane right now. Bad times! 20 stacks for Medivh as they're starting to come in here. We also got Calamity, and by now there's not even anybody at the top that can defend against this. The problem is, of course, also that if you try to, there might be a portal set up by Medivh who's already double-checking where everybody is positioned, so you gotta wait for the rest of the team to be in. And another issue is you have Abathur now. You can't defend with a 5-man setup. You will always lack at least one body in the battle, and that's a problem until you hit level 10. That's a huge problem. Right now, we got the fort destroyed. Hanzo at least is down, so Karazim is following up on this and gets the kill against the Hipster Beard. Nice. And that at least gives them the first kill in the game for themselves. So, it's all about level 10 right now. The teams are both on, closing in on level 9. Trying to get that in here. At this point, what else are we going to get? We currently have 10,000 damage for Hanzo, 15,000 for Li Ming. And she's, of course, one of the heroes that they're going to rely on quite heavily. And the Li Ming performance that we've seen from Limo in the past was quite good. There is also a way for them to just now get resets during the team fight and take it from there. And again, if you start getting resets and he pops off, he had some insane games in the recent past, in this tournament. So that could still work out for them. But either way, top lane gets now pressured. Medivh is currently sitting tight over here. And Abathur is trying to stop him as much as he can, but the battle at the bottom of the map is still continuing. They tried to go in with a taunt, couldn't really make it happen. Both are close to level 10. Artanis! The punching ball of the team goes down once more. Yeah, and that's level 10 for you now. This time, no leap. Instead, we're getting the Wrath of the Berserker, the Arrow Apocalypse, and I suppose the ley line is going to lock in a few moments. And there it is. Yeah, there's a lot of tools now that can really shut down these combo plays that I expect from Team RageQuit. But who knows, maybe they go for something completely different that I haven't really thought of yet. But I still expect that those are the talents that we're going to see and the combos that they're attempting to set up. And no, I'm wrong. They actually go for the 7-sided. Yes, that's true. But they are not trying to get the taunt combined. Instead, we're gaining a suppression pulse. I'm not a fan of this, by the way. I don't really know why we have this integrate. This happens now for the second time, I want to say. That Limo goes for a bit of a weird talent. Just the other day against an Anubarak, he went into Wave of Force instead of Disintegrate. Now we have the exact opposite. There's no Anubarak on the other side that could drop a Cocoon and you go Disintegrate. So that is a little bit strange. I'm not a fan of that. They're trying to get the kills in here. That hasn't worked so far. There's the APOC play instead. And this entire setup gets shut down hard. Absolutely hard. The ley line to stop them even further. Get a couple of the cooldowns back. Bam, Artanis is down. And they're trying to go for the double. Reset potential, but it's a triple kill. Triple kill is in, and they get the quad kill as Li Ming gets dropped. The copy on Abathur, they were trying to play this with a double Li Ming setup. Did not work out that way. Yeah, after the ley line, they were able to get the kills consistently in. And now the halftime show is there. Bot lane gets pressure too. So, yeah, this is rather problematic to say the least. And of course also, Lucio, whenever these fights are happen, he just has to pop his ult, and that's quite easy for them to get everybody the shield. Once the combo is out for Team RageQuit, it's difficult for them to get anything else done. As long as he can keep his boys and girls alive during the first engage, that's all that he needs to do. Yeah, this integrate, definitely a little bit awkward there as well. Here comes the shield once more. Keep in mind that Market doesn't have the quest completed, so there's still a chance that he's gonna fall here. Yeah, that ult on Artanis is not really useful. It's not a great nuke, honestly. So, yeah. I gotta admit, I'm a little bit disappointed by Team RageQuit. I'm hyping them quite a bit recently because I feel that they are a team that has a chance to really go and push into the top of the European scene. And with top, I mean the top teams, not necessarily a #1 spot. But the draft for this game is quite meaty. Some of those talent picks are also not really the yellow of the egg. Shout out to the fellow Germans here. Again, take it as a learning opportunity, I suppose. But this is currently not looking really great. They're getting farmed here, and for good reason. This lineup is just not working. 11 kills to 1, 2 levels behind, and they are just getting crushed. Top lane, the fort has been eliminated at the bottom of the map. We now got also another Immortal pushing in, and that bad boy has 100% shield, so yeah, that's gonna hurt. A lot. Once that Medivh has completed his quest, he is also a lot more free to just do what he wants here. Li Ming with 37,000 damage. She is getting the numbers in, but as long as they're not getting the kills, there's not much more that he can do as a follow-up. So right now, there's the setup straight in the back. They're diving behind the fort now, and they're getting kills there too, or at least they're threatening them. Danozovsky gets attacked. This one is a big one, and yeah, Medivh completes the quest. Karazim nearly died. They had to pop a lot of ults on this one too. And here we go. That's a quite quick push for keep, I suppose. And it's dangerous. I mean, the quest is completed for Medivh. There's a swap attempt that gets dodged. Warwick is not able to lock it in. And there's a bit of a laser show for Limu, but even picking this integrate is not, yeah, it's not helpful. Learning opportunity, arrow connects, bam! That's gonna be another kill likely. They're trying to make the play for Atanis. Here comes at least the ult, so that's giving them a bit more time to maybe even defeat the Immortal, but the keep is going to fall 100%. If the Immortal doesn't take it, the rest of the team is just gonna chip in for it. But the keep is down, and now they can fall back here. If they really want to. There's still a talent ahead. Finally, the 13 is ready for Team RageQuit. But they're looking for kills. They go for Li Ming. Limo gets out. 7-sided strike. Leyline into APOC. Bam! The double stun. The wall bash. And Artanis is dead. So is Varian. The front line is down. I'm not sure if they can end. I mean, it's still early in the game. Well, it's 11 minutes in. Honestly, they probably can. Death timers are a bit higher than I realized. I thought we were earlier in the game. So yeah, they are going to take this one right here, right now. That was a quickie. And that is 16 to 13. 29% on the core. It's going to fall. Chili Mountain with a victory in game number 1 against Team RageQuit on Battlefield of Eternity. Well done.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Well, Infernal Shrines is the second map, and I think we can all agree that it would be best if we just forget that first map ever happened. These was not the game that you're looking for. So yeah, game number 1 never happened, ladies and gentlemen. That like a learning opportunity that we're not going to talk about anymore. The game that we shall not speak of any longer. As we're heading into the second game of this match, we got Infernal Shrines now, and Uther gets banned. Okay, so Uther and Sonya get banned here. And I promise Team RageQuit is better than what we just saw. Doesn't change the fact that Chili Mountain is the better team. Right now, they're the better team. That can change over time. If Team RageQuit is motivated enough to practice more, scrim more, and really participate in more of these tournaments and really give their best here, then they got a chance to definitely push into the upper parts of the European Heroes of the Storm scene. They have potential, but yeah. Okay. There we got the ban miss on the side of Chili Mountain. That could throw things a bit. Now, they got first pick, first ban. So, gives them a few more options maybe. I would still ban out Medivh here. I mean, honestly, after the last game, Medivh just needs to go. If you go up against Marke and his team, why would you not ban Medivh? I think that's a huge mistake. If you have first pick, it's a different story, but just ban him. Just get rid of him. Chromie, okay. Chromie! Yeah. Big question now. Are we getting an early pick into Medivh? Are they taking something else and hoping to lock Medivh in later? Is he going to be ignored? They go for D.Va. I don't even know if Team RageQuit has a Medivh player. I don't even know. Because I don't think that in any of the games that they played, Medivh was actually open. So, yep, there's that.
Hunt them down.
What is happening here? Did they pass their accounts over to their little brothers and sisters, or what's happening? I mean, I get the Hogger pick, don't get me wrong, but Nazebo first pick? First pick? Again, stretching it here a little bit. We had back in the day Nazebo picked on this map together with Ragnaros because you were trying to get into the late game with Nazebo, and Ragnaros is good at slowing the pace of the game because of his trade. But that was the franchise in HGC that played this, and with limited results. Now, can that work? Yeah, of course. But why would you pick that first? So we got a Nazebo pick here as a first pick. And Stukov Tigers on the other side. They ban out Dibbles. That makes sense against Masquerade. But yeah, like I'm... What? Yeah, what do we ban here? What do you ban if you're Chili Mountain? If I'm Chili Mountain, I'm sitting here, I was like, guys, I don't know what's going on here. What should I ban? So... people always talk about outside the box thinking. Honestly, Team RageQuit, they stepped outside the box, stomped on the box, kicked the box into the corner, and then they set it on fire. I'm afraid. I'm really afraid. Okay, Alexstrasza. Okay. Whatever is happening here, I think Skynet is a sub for them, but like, there is no, this is not how these guys normally play. Stitches and Alexstrasza, I mean, if you want to go Stitches, then at least drop in Falstad. Now there's the Medivh pick. That one was telegraphed too, should have banned it in the first place. I have no idea what's going on here, but this is getting a little bit awkward. So we got a proper setup for Chili Mountain. Granted, the Diva, main tank, but guys, Chili Mountain is going to rip Team RageQuit a new one here. Until they picked Stitches, I mean, maybe... the one thing that I could really come up with is, okay, they acknowledge that Chili Mountain is way too strong. There's the Ragnaros. Okay, thank you. At least they're bringing the strategy together a little bit. Okay, I'm not saying it's great, but at least there is a thought process behind it now. The Stitches pick, we'll see, but okay, we can talk about this as the game starts. At least there's a bit of a thought process here. I can appreciate that at least. Infernal Shrines, game number 1, Chili Mountain against Team RageQuit. Let's go. Second map in the series. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it's still a bit wild, but I'll go over this real quickly. I already hinted at a potential Ragnaros ban earlier, and I'll explain for all of you that haven't been around in Heroes of the Storm since the first alpha version. So let's go about this a little bit. First of all, Chili Mountain on the left side for game number 2. Shizakid is pausing the game, that's totally fine with me, gives me more time to explain what's going on here. So Banana H is playing Stukov. We got Mako and Medivh again. That is still a problem. Game number 1, Medivh should have been banned. They should have banned him in game number 2 as well. They didn't. Fair enough. We'll see. That is going to be an issue one way or another, though. Bakul is playing Diva, so it's going to be in the main tank. We got Gia on Leoric, and we got Tyches picked by Azerite. Okay, on the right side of the map, here comes the play now. So Team RageQuit, they go into Shizakid as a Ragnaros, and they got Limo on Nazebo. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. We got Danazovsky on Alexstrasza, and Skynet is playing Stitches. Now, the Stitches pick, we'll see how that's going to work for them. I think I have a bit of an idea of what they're trying to do with this too. Alexstrasza is mainly picked for the Dragon Queen here. That's going to be really helpful on any fight that covers the Shrine, and it also has a bit of a side effect, so I'll explain in a moment. Warwick is playing a Hawker. So the problem with the problem with Nazebo was always and still is, even 4 years ago, you want to get him into the late game. You have a much easier chance now to stack him properly, especially with things after the Thing of the Deep. It gives you a little bit of safety that you have, it gives you spell power. But the real power of Nazebo comes in at level 20. And normally when you make an argument for any hero and you're saying like, well, at level 20 he's great, that's Bronze 5 thinking. Players that know what they're doing, they don't really think like that. You have to have a hero that gets value before that, or it's going to be a problem. Nazeebo can do a whole lot of work beforehand, but again, his real power spike is late in the game. So they're going to go for combos in the early game like you just saw. They're going to try to make that play with a zombie wall after the Stitches hook. But they're trying to get Nazeebo to 20. So now, how do you get Nazeebo to 20 without losing too much? Nah, that Ragnaros kill hurts. You're trying to pretty much... Oh, nice. That's a good one. They can't get Gia, but still. So you're trying to slow down the game. So you're trying to play it on a map where you are more or less guaranteed to end up in the late game, and you're trying to slow the game down. How can you do that? Ragnaros is great for it, because his trait, Molten Core, can just be put on any fort that gets attacked and then defend against an objective. So let's just imagine the first shrine that spawns at the top side ends up in favor of Chili Mountain. They get the Punisher and they try to push in. What Ragnaros is supposed to do is he's not going to use his trait during the objective, but he's going to use the trait when they are pushing in, and then he's going to defend with this. And because of the defense with the Molten Core, it's not going to do as much damage, you can't end the game as quickly, and you're just trying to slow the entire game down a little bit. And that's also where the Dragon Queen can help you. So if they are trying to play that style, you're not necessarily going to see the Dragon Queen on the shrine when they realize, well, we can't win it, but instead you're going to see the Dragon Queen activated in the when they are defending. Only exception would be when they are trying to at least nibble a little bit around the edges of the shrine, realize, hey guys, we got a chance here, and then they're popping both of those abilities during the shrine phase in an attempt to take the Punisher, because that would slow the game down, of course, even further. That strategy was played in HGC. We had some of the teams back then that actually played that strat. It's a little bit of a thing where you want to surprise an opponent, and it's also kind of telegraphed what you're attempting to do, but that's the thought process behind all of this. So we'll see if that can work out. The pick into Stitches, I think, is really just because they are trying to get isolation kills. They know that they're not going into the fight where they're just like sprawling it out the entire time. So instead, if they can get a good hook landed, then they have an opportunity to just get a kill maybe on the base of that. So that's a bit of a thought process here. And that they're trying to get into the late game is also signaled because they're going into Hungry for More. That's a late game tool. You're trying to be really strong in the late game. It gives you good regeneration, you get a speed move bonus, but you really want to capitalize on that big hit point pool. Stalk for Team Arthurs, he played that in one of the Meta Madness series on smaller maps where you have an easier rotation to get those globes together. But even here, if you're diligent about it, you can make a bit of a move. Well, the first objective is up, and the one thing that you can already recognize here is they're not going for the objective just yet. They're now slowly moving in, but I would be surprised if they are committing to Alexstrasza's trade or the trade on the side of Ragnaros, unless they're drawing even in a really good amount and have a chance to actually win the objective. So they're going to be a bit hesitant to use those. If they see an opportunity, they're going to go for it. But this could become an interesting strategy. So today, they're going for a bit of a different style here. Game number 1 was a bit out, a bit more of a cheesy setup, and game number 2 is similar. Dragon Queen gets committed, and they go for both. They go for both. They have it in the back, they go for the Dragon Queen, they're trying to lock it in, and I think it's a mistake. 36 against them, no way. No way they're going to take this one. They should have, either you commit to that earlier or no. Oh, Nazeebo dies in a solo against Leo, this is not good. And this is, honestly, this was a mistake. They should have used the Dragon Queen, and also they should have used Ragnaros in order to defend. And they didn't. And thanks to the portal, you can jump the wall. So that's an easy kill against Stitches. If not for Medivh, they couldn't have made that aggressive play here. That's exactly the reason why you need to ban Medivh out. And that is an absolute disaster for what Team RageQuit was trying to do here. Because now they are not losing only experience, they're losing heroes, they're losing a presence on the map, they're losing structures, and they are failing at slowing the game down. So, big problem here. Maybe I'm also wrong in the way that I'm thinking about this. I'm pretty sure it's the best way to play that lineup, but maybe they really are thinking not along the lines of slowing it down for Nazeebo to get value, but they are just thinking about, hey, we are popping Ragnaros and Alexstrasza to lock the objective in. But if that's what they're thinking here, they're going to get a reality check real quick. And losing that fort on the first objective push is a huge problem. Now, Nazeebo is still stacking, is still doing his thing. We got also a bit more stacking going on for Hogger, by the way, who went into the Journeyman on level 1 and even combos that off with a dense blasting powder on level 7. But now that Ragnaros has also fallen, you can see, oh my god, they're going to get all of them, aren't they? Yeah, well, that's Alexstrasza, they got Hogger, there's at least a hook. Is he? Alright, I like that one. That one gets an honorable, he gets an applause for that. That was nicely done. We're going to check that out. I mean, obviously they're getting murdered, but that was kind of funny. So yeah, Azurite thinks, hey, I'm going to kill you. And then the hook in gets the devour and that kills him. That was kind of funny. So yeah. But there's level 10 now. We got the poly bomb in. And yeah, 33 stacks for Midi, 50 stacks for Tychus. Let's see if they can slow it after level 10 abilities, maybe. I mean, I guess technically you could also think... honestly, if you want to slow the game down, I wouldn't even blame you for picking Lava Wave. I'm a huge opponent from Lava Waves in general. And even with, like, Stitches, if you get a good hook and a Sulfurous follow-up, then you can do way more damage. But if your only goal is to get Nazeebo in a good spot, I wouldn't blame you for a Lava Wave pick. They're going for the Sulfurous Smash here. Still great, don't get me wrong. And we're also seeing on top of it the Ravenous Spirit right now. Alright, Stitches is heading into the Gorge, so they can still opt in for a potential kill with a good hook. But Shizakid is about to fall. Explosion. Oh, the Entomb into the explosion. Beautiful combo. Just on the edges, but they get the kills and they lock another one in against Hogger. Chili Mountain is just on a different level. There's yeah, you can't argue that. It's just a fact. So now that they're jumping onto Stitches, they're looking for the 5-man wipe. Make might actually die, but there's the grenade. 5-man team wipe. Nicely done. And that was that combo, by the way, with the Entomb. That one was sexy. But now we got level 13 against level 10. 12 kills to 2. They're going full drain here. Ragnaros gets farmed again. Medivh goes down, but he already completed his quest earlier, so he didn't really lose anything here. And, yep. Stitches is also not having a good time. 7.5 minutes into the game, and he's sitting on 5 globes. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah. Somewhere Stork is turning in his grave. Oh, wait, he's actually not dead yet. And now we got... I don't even want to look at the damage output. 17,000 top damage. Ragnaros. Yeah, nice and tomb. You get it? 32,000 for Tychus. And Hogger makes it out. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know what exactly is going on with Team RageQuit today, but this is definitely not the performance that we're usually seeing from them here. I guess you can see they tried. And again, the ideas behind both of the drafts, I guess, kind of there. So it's you playing a little bit of a different setup. Also, I'm pretty sure that they're playing with some substitute players today. So that might be one of the reasons why they're saying, okay, let's just enjoy this a little bit and do something different. Because they can't play with a normal lineup. Might be some of the reason of what's going on here. But at least in the bot lane, they're now getting some momentum going. Alright, that didn't do a whole lot of work. That shield was just too strong, but Medivh is down. So they get a kill at least, and they're looking for Gia to get the second one connected, and they get kill number 2. So that's 6 kills to 3 now. We got the 13. Fishing hook is in. They're diving in a bit deeper, trying to go for Banana AH. Guys, it's going to be another one. They're going to get Banana AH. It's a deep dive. Ragnaros actually dies to the fort. They didn't care. And trading kills is working in their favor at this point, simply because they are behind and get an experience advantage. Now Stitches got killed in the middle of the map by Azurite, but they're trying to go for structures, and I guess they're going to get the fort. They completely ignore the objective, but they get at least the fort now. Please take it, please, please, thank you, thank you. One hit, Alexstrasza is down, and that's the end of Nazeebo. Warwick, is he going to get out? Of course he's going to get out. But they got the fort, and that's all that matters. And then Medivh comes in and drops the portal, and Warwick dies regardless. Alright, poor Hogger. Poor Hogger. Yeah. At the same time, with the 16 talent kicking in any moment, Chili Mountain is now busy in the middle, taking another one of the forts down. 81 stacks for Nazeebo. It's also not super quick on this one. But at least Stitches has now hit the double digits on his level 1. Sitting at 10. And yeah, on top of that we got the Crushing Hope. And they're already going for the keep here. It's full on aggression from Chili Mountain. They're not fucking around. They're just sitting there and they're saying like, okay guys, you can try this stuff all you like. We are not gonna meme into this. We are gonna give everything, and we're gonna take this one as quickly as we can. Nice save on Azurite. I guess he's gonna die regardless. Yes, Hogger comes in and is able to get the finishing blow in. But Alexstrasza comes in with a Stukov kill. Doesn't change that the keep has fallen though. They still try to take the Punisher down, and they are, so at least they're not taking core damage. At least they shouldn't. Yeah, the core is gonna be fine, but the keep is gone. So 20 kills against 9. In comes Warwick trying to get Marker, and he gets him. Gets 1 kill, wants to make the play for Leo. I guess Gia could possibly make it out. Hogger is coming in from the top now. There's the drain, and Leo is also dead. In experience, they're only a level behind. And they're getting kills now. They're getting a lot of kills, by the way. Yeah, Bakul dies too. That's a wipe. That's a 5-man wipe. Oh boy, what a game. I was getting a little bit more memey than I expected. 39,000 damage for Ragnaros. Okay. Yeah, this game is special. This game is special all around. But, oh, can they go for Banana H? They should be able to. Banana H gets down. So is Ragnaros, though. They just don't care if they die. They really don't care. They're just going mad brawl. Okay. Skynet is going straight in for the digestive juices over here. The cooldown reduction. Which is kind of neat. If you have your level 1 stacked, but he's still waiting for the first quest reward. Still doesn't have that. 100 stacks now. We got 21 kills against 13. That's 2 kills per minute, by the way. 2 kills per minute. The issue is that Nazebo, if he continues at that pace, he's not even going to get his quests completed by the time he hits level 20. He just didn't stack enough. Nazebo doesn't stack quickly enough to do anything here. So now Gia is at the bottom of the map. Yeah, they're trying to set a zombie wall up, and Leo, of course, can make it out. No problem for him. Yeah, they go for him, though, and now he's in trouble. Leo might fall. Leo is gonna fall if they really commit to him. Maybe Medivh can save him. Yeah, that Sulfuras didn't hit anything. That didn't smash anything at all. Okay, there comes the Gorge. That, by the way, is also pretty much useless in the way that they are locking it out. If you walk up to the target and then he just simply sets a portal up, that's not gonna help you. That hook, on the other hand, that's a different story. So now Stukov is dead. Leo is down 2. Quest, at least on level 1, is completed. And they're trying to go for Marker. Guys, Chili Mountain, they gotta focus a bit, or this game is gonna get real interesting. Hogger going deep and dying. Warwick is up at the top, but they're going for backhold, and at least the mech should fall. Yep. The objective activates at the top, but now we got 22 kills against 15, and if you look at experience, they're insanely close. They are very, very close here. Now, Limo still doesn't have stacks together for his level 1, but eventually it's going to happen. Catapults are on the core, and the shield is about to fall. Can he get some damage? No. 100% still. It's wild. It's a wild game. And I honestly don't know, I'm not sure I want to know, how much of this is Chili Mountain just having some fun and relaxing, and how much of this is Chili Mountain just saying, okay, let's lull around a little bit, and all of a sudden realizing, guys, we're dying a little bit more than we should. Because once that Nazebo's level 20, you might have a problem. They get another kill down here against Ragnaros, so it's again the threat that Medivh poses with every single portal that he establishes. But yep, they're already starting to move back. I guess we could get Ragnaros back in with a trade, but he's not there yet either. There's the level 20. Yeah, he's going full NA. Burning Despair on level 20. Yeah, Gia's having some fun. They're enjoying this. No buried alive. There we go. Nearly level 20, but again, there's another 50 stacks missing for Nazebo before he gets his level 1. Sorry, his baseline completed. Okay, 17 stacks by now. The Journeyman with 57. Tiger's stacking too. I mean, he's at 137 now. Diva at the top. First stack for them on the objective, but of course with continuous kills that they're getting, this is still looking good. And there's the drain, but no Entomb. No, not here. Not just yet. It's amazing to me there's still a fort at the bottom of the map. And there's the 20. There we go. The heroic difficulty. He goes for the Annihilating Spirit. Are you fucking with me? I mean, granted, there's a chance you're not completing it at all. But are you kidding? No vile infection. You're not that close, I agree, but still. Well, they get 2 kills. They get 2 kills and they're gonna get more. Danozovsky goes at least down. So Gia, thanks to his 20, is getting some damage connected. He gets another one! Gia with the kills! He finally dies, but oh boy. Check this one out. Gia coming in with a burning despair. Oh my god. This is Storm League. We're watching a Storm League game, everybody. They go for Stitch as he gets the Devour out. And here we go. Oh, the ice block is there too. The keep at the top is about to fall. Oh my god. We are going full Fiesta at this point. Damage output on Leo, 65,000 right now. And going for the core. That bad boy didn't lose any hit points so far, even with all the catapults pushing in. But this is the end of the line. This is the end. 27 kills against 19. I have no idea what happened in this series, guys. But Chili Mountain takes it with the 2-0. And Team RageQuit drops down into the losers bracket of the Heroes of the Storm tournament. GG.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.